Throughout childhood, the brain grows and develops, and by the time a child is 6 years old, their brain has reached up to 90% of its full adult size. During puberty, however, the brain experiences its most dramatic transformation, and in ways that can affect a teen's thoughts and behaviour. Changing brains. As children get older, their brains must learn how to cope with life as adults, and so transformations occur in the anatomy and the chemistry of the brain. Areas involved in more basic functions, such as processing sensory input, mature first, while the areas responsible for the more complex thought, such as planning ahead, develop later. These changes begin during puberty. Although the brain is fully grown by a person's mid-20s, it continues to develop and change for the rest of their life. Some scientists believe that the human brain is today 10% smaller than it was 20,000 years ago because it has become more efficient. Making connections. In early life, millions of connections called synapses form between brain cells, and these are what allow a person to learn. Over time, the brain starts to prune the connections that aren't used. This gives more space and brain power to those that are needed, making them more efficient. The teen years are a critical period for strengthening and pruning connections, but this process continues throughout a person's life. Early childhood, connections form quickly, allowing a person to develop new skills. Adolescence, unused connections fade away, while those that are frequently used become stronger. Being clumsy. During puberty, growth spurts, when a teen grows quickly in a short space of time, can leave the brain struggling to keep up. The brain needs to adapt to the body's longer limbs and different proportions. While the brain adjusts, teens may find that they trip or knock things over more than before. Self-consciousness. Teens also become more body-aware during puberty. If they feel self-conscious, it can make them even clumsier. Risky behaviour. Teens are more likely than adults to seek out thrills and to act on impulse. This is because the teen brain matures from back to front, with the prefrontal cortex, which controls impulses and rational thought, maturing last. As a teen's prefrontal cortex matures last, the amygdala, responsible for instinct and risky behaviour, takes control in the meantime and allows teens to become more independent from their parents. Testing boundaries. Some teens make careless decisions because their brains are more focused on the social rewards of an action rather than the risks. Brain rest. With the brain and body changing so quickly, teens need an average of 9 hours of sleep per night. The changes occurring in the brain also affect their sleep patterns. During adolescence, melatonin, the hormone that encourages sleep, isn't released in the brain until late in the evening and continues being released in the morning, turning teens into night owls who struggle to wake up early. Sleep is vital for the healthy development of the brain and the body. Prefrontal cortex, responsible for rational thinking, problem-solving, self-control and thinking ahead. This is the last part of the brain to mature. Basal ganglia. The basal ganglia controls movement and decision-making. Corpus callosum. This bundle of nerves connects the two halves, the left and right sides of the brain. The nerves thicken during adolescence and improve problem-solving abilities. Cerebellum. Responsible for coordinating the body's movement and balance, the cerebellum adjusts as the body grows. Amygdala. Responsible for instinctive behaviour, aggression and risk-taking. The amygdala creates powerful emotions such as fear and anger. Teens use the amygdala to process information more than adults, making them more prone to extreme emotions.